Yo, it's Russell Exploitation here. Hope everyone is okay. Sorry for the delay in doing an update. If you have been wondering, I've just been really busy over the last few weeks. I keep meaning to do an update and I just haven't had time, so this is only literally the first kind of 5 minutes I've had where I thought I'd better get this done and out of the way and show you all what I've been buying. Been quite busy, as I say, been to a couple of like film fairs and whatever at weekends, and even got to meet the lovely Caroline Munro. How can you go wrong with that? And she even said I had a lovely face, blush. So without further ado, right, we'll crack on with this. First up, Mondo Macabro's The Girl in Room 2A, which is Giallo, which I've been meaning to pick up for a little while. American and Italian co-production, directed by William Rose. Haven't watched this yet. It's supposed to be a good one, so looking forward to seeing that. Right, Grindhouse releasing. They are back. Thank fuck for that, because we've missed them. And by the year's end, they would have released 3 titles this year, and it was lucky to get a title out from a year, basically. So sadly, obviously, as probably most people know, Sage Stallone, who co-run Grindhouse, passed away last year. But it's good to see Bob Murawski back there anyway, and continuing on the legacy and releasing these good films. A classic from 1967, Peter Cushing's Corruption, which is a Blu-ray DVD combo. Really gone all out on this Grindhouse. This is I think it's a 2-disc set, is it? I think so. But they've gone all out on the features, really good picture quality. Peter Cushing hated this film. I think because it was ahead of its time, it was really sleazy for its time. Cushing obviously was used to doing like the Hammer films and everything. This was kind of a notch above that kind of stuff, and it was a lot more grimier and sleazier, and obviously set in the modern day as well, because most Hammers obviously were, all the Hammer films were set in the sort of olden times, in Victorian times and so on and so on. But this was a sort of contemporary film set in the 60s, and kind of a sort of a variation of the Dr. Orloff film, similar sort of thing to that, really, sort of a mad surgeon. But yeah, really good film that. Well recommend picking it up. I believe Grindhouse have only got the rights to this for a short time, so if you want to get this now before it goes out of print, because you'll probably struggle to find it after that. So pick that up. Next up is one of Shout Factory's 4 movie collection sets. Sci-fi movie marathon with 4 films from the 80s, really, kind of straight to video, straight to VHS movies that you used to see in the video shop back in the day. Unlike some of their previous efforts, the transfers on here are a bit more disappointing. A lot of them are kind of VHS rips. 3 of the films are in 4x3, unfortunately, and kind of VHS quality. Time Guardian is an anamorphic widescreen and pretty good quality, but really I paid £5 for this, so I mean it's cheap as chips. I think it's like $5 in the States or something, or $7 or something ridiculous. So you know, you get what you pay for. 4 movies for that price, you can't really complain. So it's good to see a couple of those. You know, not into every film, but definitely worth picking up for the price anyway. Next up, Arrow's brand new Invasion of the Body Snatchers Blu-ray. This is the Steelbook edition. Fucking love this film. This is of course the 1978 version, directed by Philip Kaufman, starring Donald Sutherland and Leonard Nimoy. In my opinion, the definitive version of the film. Really nice job from Arrow on this. Thick booklet inside, tons and tons of special features. Transfer is pretty good, so that was a lovely upgrade for me, because I had the old DVD of it, which was okay. So yeah, real recommend getting that. My Communications Island of the Fishermen. This will fit nicely in my Italian collection, directed by Sergio Martino. Of course, Maya are the offshoot of No Shame. Some of their releases are a bit hit and miss. They're nowhere near as good as No Shame, but this is actually quite a good presentation. They've done quite a good job with the picture quality. This was released by. This is the original version of the film. The film was released back in the day in another cut of the film called Screamers, and what happened was, when the Italians sold the film to Roger Corman for US distribution, he felt that the film actually was quite tame for like grindhouse exploitation audiences, so they cut some new footage in that they shot, which is some more sort of gory, bloody footage, and that went under the title Screamers. This is the original version of the film. It is tame. It is just a kind of a monster movie, really. If you like your sort of, your Amicus films from back in the day, like your Land That Time Forgot and all those sort of things, you'd probably like this, But it's got more of an Italian Euro cult sensibility to it, so definitely worth checking it out. Scorpion releasing's Harlequin, bit of Exploitation. Nice to see Scorpion releasing getting into the Blu-ray act finally. Got a few more titles coming out on Blu-ray soon, I believe. This is Katerina Nightmare Jobby, and see her dressed up there as the clown and that. Nice picture quality. That's well worth picking up. Jess Franco film from back in the day, Succubus. This is the Blue Underground edition, 1968 or 9, I think this was. I still think Jess Franco's best work was done in the 60s. They were quite classy productions, even though they were quite strange. They were still quite really, really well made and good production values. But yeah, it's definitely well worth getting that one. One on my Amazon wish list I've had for quite a long time, which is the VCI edition of Vengeance of the Zombies, Paul Naschy film. Done a really nice job on this VCI. So this is out of print now. You can get this on a Blu-ray pack, double Blu-ray pack with Night of the Werewolf, which is obviously one of Paul Naschy's Bordnard Daninsky films. But this is just a DVD. So we've got this for a good price. We've been to pick that up for quite a long time, so it was well worth getting that. Giallo, Plot of Fear from Rero. Quite a good Giallo. Actually has Tom Skerritt in this, which is kind of strange. If you know who Tom Skerritt is, if you don't know who he is, should I say, he's the captain out of Alien, first Alien, and he appears in this. This must have been made, I think, a year or two before Alien, so before he was well known. But yeah, it's a good little Giallo, that. Pacific Rim going mainstream for a little while. Oh, I mean, how can you not like this film? Giant monsters versus giant robots. I'm all over this like a rash. I was in the cinema. When the robots and monsters are on screen, it's not quite so good. The story doesn't hold up quite so well without it, but but how can you go wrong with that, man? I mean, this is Geek City, this film, basically. So was going to get the steelbook of this, but it was a ridiculous price. So I just plumped for the regular Blu-ray edition and that. Charlie Hunnam, old Jack from Sons of Anarchy. Of course, Ron Perlman's in this as well. He's also in Sons of Anarchy. Idris Elba. Good cast. Yeah, that was probably one of my favourite, along with Star Trek Into Darkness, my favourite film of the summer, that. So that's a great one. Severin release, House of Seven Corpses. Blu-ray DVD combo, region 3. Nice little early 70s horror. Another Severin film, The House on Straw Hill, aka Expose. This was quite a lot of notoriety to this film because it was the only British film on the Video Nasties list back in the day. I think Extra was on the list as well at one point, but I think it was off and on the list, where this was kind of permanently on the Video Nasties list. So Severin had done a really good job in restoring the film from various elements, and I think the original print might have gone missing now. The original neg has long disappeared, I think, but they've been working on this for quite a while to do the best restoration on it they can, and it's probably going to look as good as it's ever going to look. It doesn't look top-notch Blu-ray quality, so anyone thinking it's going to look like, you know, the latest James Bond film or something, they're going to be disappointed. But they've done a good job on that. This is limited. This edition is limited to 3,000 copies. If I can get this open without, you get the film obviously, and you get the band Mercedes videos DVD as an extra, which featured on the UK Anchor Bay Band of the was it Box of the Band DVD set or whatever that came out quite a few years ago. I never had that, although I've seen this before. I never had that set, so it's good to finally own this. But that's only in this edition that's limited to 3,000 copies. After that, then you're only going to get the film. So if you want that as an extra, you ought to pick this up really quickly. Another Jess Franco film, Female Vampire, with his bird and his muse, Lena Romay. It has the alternate version called Erotica, which has more nudity, more sex in. So you can choose which one you want to see. This is the redemption release. Region 3. Some redemption releases are Region A locks, but this is Region 3, this one. So I'm in a bit of a Franco buzz at the moment, so yeah, pick that one up. Bootleg, Death for Age. Not available on DVD in the UK. I think you can get it in a cut version in the US, but it is cut. There's a young cut version. This is a bootleg. Bitch quality is only like VHS, but it's good to have. Yul Brynner, thinking this might have been his last role, or one of his last roles anyway, before he died. Barbara Boucher, you can never go wrong with Barbara Boucher in a film, in my opinion. So that's good to get. And last but not least, we have Shatter, or should I say, the Deutlich Schatten des Mr. Shatter. Sorry for you German listeners, I do not speak German. This is Shatter, which is actually bizarrely a Hammer film made in conjunction with the Shaw Brothers. And Hammer made two films in conjunction with the Shaw Brothers. The Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires was the most well known one, but they also made this as well, which has kind of been forgotten about over the years. It's a bit of an odd film for Hammer as well, because it's kind of an action thriller, just a contemporary action thriller. So not the sort of film that you would usually do. Stars Stuart Whitman, Peter Cushing's in it as always. Being a Hammer film, he has doesn't have a huge role in this, but he pops up in sort of 3 or 4 kind of key scenes. So this is the uncut version, hard box edition from Germany. I believe, I've been told that this was out, I know this was out on an Anchor Bay edition in the US, but I've been told that it's actually a cut version, whereas this is the uncut version. So obviously if you're going to get this is the version to go for. So check out the rather groovy trailer on YouTube if you can find it. So yeah, so that's it for the time being. Hopefully I'll get another DVD update in before Christmas. The year's gone really quick as usual. Don't know where the time has gone. So there's plenty of good films coming out before Christmas that I'll probably get and pick up. So no doubt I'll do another DVD update then. So if you want to ask any questions or make any comments, then please leave them below, and hopefully I will all speak to you soon. And if I don't speak to you before Christmas, then have a good one, and I shall see you all soon. Take care.